Hi, I'm Alan Rocco. I'm the Power Plant and Emissions Specialist for RDO Equipment, and today I'd like to give you a quick introduction to John Deere's new 644K hybrid loader. The loader is produced to give you better production through better fuel efficiency, easier operating conditions in the cab for the operator, and also it's better in emissions. A couple things we'll notice on the 644K is in the articulation joint you see the electric gear drive that drives the 3-speed transmission. Here you'll also notice the inverter box, which is the brains of the unit, holds all the electronics. One other thing you'll notice about the box is that it's now flush with the cab, as opposed to the conventional loader, which is a step into the cab. Lastly, the hybrid sticker. Definitely tell you that it's the hybrid loader. Now that we know what the loader looks like from a distance, let's take a look inside at the engine. The engine is a John Deere 6068 engine with 229 horsepower. What's nice about it from a technician standpoint is you'll notice I'm 68 inches tall, that everything is at ground level and easily accessible. Now the engine, when it's running for the hybrid, will run at a constant RPM. Those RPMs are set at the operator's discretion. He'll have several choices to set it at, but the engine, once it's set, will start and run at that constant speed, very much like a generator. The good thing about that is the engine will run the generator and the hydraulic pumps, and with a constant speed running engine, the hydraulics have 100% power at all times. The engine will drive the generator, which creates 480 volts. Those volts will then be sent out through cables to the inverter box. The inverter box then changes that voltage to DC current, and through cables again down to the electric gear drive motor that we saw in the beginning. That motor then drives a 3-speed transmission, and then the power from there is out through the drive lines and the axles, which are identical as the 644K conventional. Another component of the hybrid system I'd like to mention are the brake resistors. All the energy that the 644K hybrid produces is used or burned up in operation. Any energy that's not burned up or used gets transferred to the brake resistors as heat. That heat energy is then cooled off in those brake resistors by utilizing the engine coolant, and thus dissipating all the energy that the unit has. The 644K doesn't have or cannot store energy. The other thing I'd like to mention is the cab. For operators, it's so much nicer in the cab. It's 2 decibels quieter than the conventional, and on the outside of the cab, because of the electronics in the engine, it's 3 decibels quieter. So it's a very quiet, nice quiet unit for operation. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this brief introduction of the hybrid loader and find it useful. If you have a high-powered production unit with high total fuel usage, high cycles, forward and reverse, freaking up and down hills such as truck loading operation or stockpiling operation, or a waste recycling facility, take a look at the John Deere 644 loader and contact your nearest RDO location.